Hello, hello, everyone. How are you? It's 7 o'clock. Just turning up my volume here. Hey, it's Dr. Kim McNair. I'm coming on live to talk to mothers, other mothers, black mothers, period. I'm not even going to put a color on it. Mothers who have sons, mothers with black boys. We have people that have interracial families, blended families, right? But it's just something about a mother with sons it's just a different feel. I was talking to a young lady. She said, "Well, hey, I have daughters. I said, and yes, I understand. It's something for all of us as parents with children. But I'm telling you guys, being a mother with sons, and I raised 4, okay? My sons are now men. My youngest will be actually 28 years old on Monday. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. My baby will be 28. My oldest is 37. Now I have 4 boys. One I adopted, so I actually birthed 3. And I tell you, it wasn't easy. I was a single mom. I was married at one time, but majority of most of their time, it was us. And having boys, you have to maneuver things a lot differently. Your communication has to be different. The things that you show them, because I'm a woman, I'm not a man, so I can only show you but so much. But by the grace of God, having my brothers in my life and near me and around me, and them having relatives, they were able to see examples, good and bad. So with being able to see those good and bad examples, help them to kind of help maneuver them to be able to navigate on how they wanted to move forward in life. If they wanted to go this route, they saw those examples. They said, well, if I go that way, it's going to be a little different. But if I go this way, it may be different. Hey, Patrice, how you doing, sis? Glad you chiming in here. Good to see you. And please, guys, come on in. If you want to have some comments, or please say something. It's all good, because this is an open conversation. It's not about me just sitting here talking to you about me and how I raised my boys. But what are some of the things? Patrice, you have a son. I know there may have been some challenges. As a mom, a single mom. Of course, we had family, right? But how was it with Jordan? Moving the needle forward. Helping him to understand this is how things are. You are judged, period, by the color of your skin, period. You are judged by the color of your skin. So you have to explain that to your boys at a young age. They're going to look at you a little differently. And then it's different for boys that are active and athletes, right, in school. So the conversation is just different all the way across the board. But one thing we know for sure, we all as mothers, we have to, we think a little differently. There's another level of stress that we deal with, especially as they get older. When they're younger, we're trying to teach them the right things. Okay, this is what boys do. You go to the restroom different than a girl, right? Your little sister or something like that. Hey, Carlette. So we do all that, right? And then they get older, and we're pushing them around, trying to toughen them up, trying to make sure this is what you. But we need to make sure that one thing that I tried to do was to try to make sure that I had male examples around my boys, especially when I divorced and separated. I tried to make sure that my boys saw, I had a male example, somebody that they can look at and look up to, or that could, kind of show them things that I couldn't, because I'm a woman. And so I thank God for that. And, but our mothers didn't have that. Some people didn't have that opportunity. And we have to love our children no matter what. But we have to love our boys a different way. I found something in one of my journals that I wrote from a message back in 2017, and it was about being an encourager, right? And I looked at this and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, we have to encourage our sons. We have to comfort them when they need it, right? We have to say thank you to them. Thank you, son. You know, we teach them, teach those mannerable skills to our young boys, right? We want to hug them. We want to accept them. Okay, we want to accept them. We want to make sure that we're honest with them, because you know you can try to sugarcoat. No, it's okay. No, you have to. No, that's not okay. Okay, no, we have to be honest and straightforward with our boys. Okay, so I'm just talking about kind of coming up the steps. You know, again, I'm speaking from my perspective on kind of how I did things. So I'm just again just sharing with you all. You have to point them in the right direction, like I told you. You know, we have to. Okay, so Patrice just chimed in. Our conversation started early, but at 8, I had to sit him down. Okay, and have that's right. You have to have that serious conversation, talking about the N-word. That's right. That is correct, Patrice. That is correct. You have to have that conversation, because they're going to school. They're around other people and they don't look like them, and they don't see color. See, kids don't see color really. They just want to play. They just see friends. But then they start to see things, how things are different for some kids than other kids. You know, it's different for a black boy than a white boy. Things are going to be portrayed. You know, it's going to be a confrontation on the schoolyard. Now you're going to get you're going to get two sides. And believe you me, okay, believe you me, the brown boy results is going to be a whole lot, and his talk going to be a whole lot different than the young man that's not. So yes, we have to explain to them. And then they hear the N-word and they think it's scary. But then you, like you said, you have to sit them down and have that conversation. The N-word is not okay. Okay, yeah, you say you hear it in these songs, this and that, but there's a time when it comes across in a whole different way, and it's just not cool. So yes, you did it at 8. That's great. That's great. What age did I talk to the boys? You know, because I have to go to the oldest one, because I think once I kind of went through the talk and I sat down, I did the things with my oldest son, right? It was able to kind of, the next one got it, you know, each one teach one, right? Each one teach one, reach one, bring one. So, you know, that's kind of how it went. But they knew and they understood as young men, that things were different. And then as they got older, when my boys got to the age where they could hang out, when they're at the age where they can go out, and I'm telling you, I didn't sleep easy at all when they got to the age where they could go out and go with their friends. And I knew where they were going, but I really didn't, or got to the point where, Mom, I'm going out. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, Mom, I ain't got to, so it's like, okay, I just got to trust God. Trust and believe, trust God, knowing that He got them covered, that they're going to be okay. And I stayed prayed up every which way but loose. And, it was a point, and I think I mentioned this with someone, but it was a point where my kids were, I didn't know their friends, because I was like, okay, I don't want nobody in my house. I don't want your friends coming in here. I'm not at home, this, that, and the other thing. And my mother had to pull me aside and say, listen, Kim, you have boys. You need to know who their friends are. You need to know who they're hanging out with. You need to know what they're doing. If something happens, what you going to say? Well, I didn't know. I don't know. So I had to then change my mindset to where I don't want nobody in my house to be, okay, your friend, if you have a true friend, because I used to always tell them, you don't have no friends, because something go down, you're going to find out who your friend is. So I was like, okay, let me backstep a little bit. Let me maneuver this a little differently. So then I started allowing them to have friends over, so that I can kind of see their character and see how they were and see who they were rolling with, because I needed to see that, because I wasn't always there. Again, like I said, I was a single mom. It was sometimes where I had 3 jobs. I was trying to run my business. I had a part-time job I was doing 4 days a week, and on the weekends I was the marketing and promotions director for one of the hottest clubs in Orlando. So on the so I had three things I was doing because I had to put food on the table. Like I said, I was a single mom. I had to do a lot. And then, when things shifted, when things were getting better, I let that go. But I was always, they saw me working. They always saw mommy working and being productive. And that's one thing I'm so happy and proud of with my boys is that they will work. Any woman that gets a hold, I don't have one that's married, but I'm telling anybody that gets a hold of my son, they're going to get a hard working man. You hear me? Because them boys will work because they saw mommy busting her butt over the years. Okay, over the years, trying to keep a business, run a business, trying to, do what I need to do on the side. I mean, it was a time where I had to just stop McNair Productions and just work because I wanted to get them, I wanted to provide for them. They needed help, they needed a home, they needed things, and the business just wasn't there yet. So I had to shift, but I always kept what I was doing on the side, and I kind of had to shift it. But then I knew when the time was right, I shifted right back. I never shut it down. I just had to put something else in the forefront and kind of had that in the background, and then I shifted it back the other way. But boys are very special. They are very special. They are, we have to teach them to be encouraged, providers, not just encourage them to be encouragers, but they're providers. They are the males, right? They're the male of the house. They are the head of the household. They need to understand that and know that. So we have to teach them those things. So, as a black mother with sons, like I said, it has not been, hey, Kelly, how are you? It wasn't an easy road. It wasn't an easy road. But I say, but God. And I thank God for having my brothers around. They had uncles. And one time I was talking, I said, well, they had uncles. Somebody said they had uncles. I said, oh, no, not them type of uncles. Not those kind of uncles. No, baby. No, baby. My brothers. So I have brothers that are under me that are twins. And, they were able to see them as an example. And I always tried to have good, positive males around them to kind of, again, guide them. Because, again, there's going to come a point where your sons are going to come to there's going to be a fork in the road. Okay? Now, you can go this way or you can go that way. And sometimes you might go down that wrong fork in the road. However, you'll get your warnings to get your act together so you can get back on that right road. So, they don't always make the best decisions. Nobody's sons, I'm not going to say that, my sons are angels or they didn't have any issues. Oh, no, there was issues. They had their warning sign. But again, they had those examples. Do you want to head this way or do you want to go this way? All right, Patrice, you said something. My son would now have to talk with his son in a few. That's right. It's sad. That's right. Now I have 3 grandsons. So my sons are going to have the talk with their sons. You're right. And my oldest grandson, I think he is 8 now. So I need to talk to my son and say, have you had to talk with him? Have you talked to him about something? And they probably have. And my other 2 grandsons are only 4. But again, the kids today are a lot more knowledgeable. They see more. We got all this social media. They know what's going on. They're asking questions. Well, what's that? Why is that? Well, why did the police do this? Why is everybody angry? And we have to, even if it's as grandparents, or whatever, if we have grandsons, but even as moms with younger children, we need to explain to them. We need to be honest with them. We need to let them know, just like I read, we need to be honest with them. What was I reading earlier? We need to be honest with them, point them in the right direction, motivate them to do their best. Okay? And that's important with our boys. Another thing this is something I got from Bishop Dale Bronner back in 2018, and it was a talk on vision. And I took notes, as he was talking. And it talked about every vision must be clear. It must be compelling. Your vision must always be motivated by a cause. It needs to be motivated by a cause. We are more motivated right now more than anything, okay? And the most powerful weapon on earth is a human soul on fire. You can't tell me we're not on fire. The human souls are on fire. Everybody's on fire right now. We are talking about injustice. We're talking about all the things that are going on in the system that's been against us for hundreds of years. I'm gonna say thousands of years, hundreds of years. That has always been against us. But now, with what happened to George Floyd, what has happened to so many, and I don't have all the names. I did write some down, but I'm gonna say their names: George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Eric Gardner, Trayvon Martin. Okay, and the list goes on. Breonna Taylor. Oh my gosh, come on, guys! But just recently, over the last 2 or 3 months, look what happened, and it happened. I'm just so thankful for technology and somebody having a camera to show exactly what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. Although he was part of oh goodness. They got God set him up because they were doing stuff all the time. But see, you can only do wrong for so long. Okay? Because what's done in the dark will come to the light. The light is on now. All that darkness is coming to the light right now. The light is on. The light is on. They hear us. They see now. The light is on. So that man, although that man thought, he was videotaping that, he was videotaping that because it was going to be revealed what happened. I watched all the little interviews with that man. Oh, he only had a high school education. Oh, he was doing it. He initially released that video to help those other men out because he thought it was going to work just like it used to work all before. But now he's in jail on murder, right? Killed that boy for no reason at all. And then when we saw what happened to George Floyd, hey, Jeffrey, how are you? One of my sons are on now. Are on with us. How you doing, young man? So, again, looking at what we saw with George Floyd and sitting there and I watched the long version. I didn't just watch I was able to see the raw footage. That man was gone. When those paramedics put him on that stretcher, they touched his neck and walked away. They didn't say, move, let's try to bring him back. They didn't do there was no type of anything. They didn't get up. They knew they didn't have a pulse because he still had his knee on his neck when that paramedic came over and touched him and he walked away. And they brought that gurney back and his head was just gone. He was gone then. They killed the man right there in front of us. Not only just us, because we've been going through this. See, as a black mom, as black people, we've seen this over and over. We know about it. It's been going on, but we look, come on, guys. It has been going on. But now the other side has seen it. Now they see. Now it's like, oh, I didn't know. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, I didn't know. And some of us feel like, because I felt like, oh, come on, God, doggone way you knew what was going on. But you know what? They didn't. They had no clue. They had no clue to what we feel and what we've been going through for so long. Well, right now, the light is on. Okay? What is done in the dark is the light is really on now. Okay? They have been doing things and things have been happening to us for so long, and it's just been like, well, we'll just do this. Oh, we'll let them protest for a little while. They'll do that, and then it'll calm down. And oh well, the gentleman was on the. There was I was on a podcast, not a podcast, but one of the Zoom calls yesterday with the Southern Women of the Women in Business, and a gentleman was on the line. His mother was one of the women that were killed in the church in South Carolina. Remember that? And he said that, they got upset. They removed some Confederate stuff and they did this and that. And then everything went silent. Quiet. We're not going to be quiet anymore. We have to stand up for our sons. Mothers, if you are there, we have to be right there beside our sons. We have to get on the front line. We have to join the conversation. Okay, we can't be like, okay, well, no, we have how many mothers that's on this live that will see this live that have sons that are incarcerated for nothing, injustice. They're incarcerated for something that's so just minute, but yet still another person will go up for something that they and then they're in there. And I'm not saying you know, okay, we're going to go and just, you know, the floodgates are open. But we see time and time again, we keep reading, we keep seeing this person is in jail for no reason. They were wrongly accused. Oh, they didn't have the right evidence because it was just okay to just hit the gavel. Guilty, put him in jail. Guilty, put him in jail. No, baby. We never get a fair trial because soon as we walk in there, they see the color of our skin. They see the color of our skin and automatically we guilty. Oh yeah, they guilty. All right. Come on. Don't judge me by the color of my skin. Don't judge me from where I live and where I come from. Give me an opportunity to show you who I am. But we have to support our sons. We really have to support them. And we have to talk to them. And we got to do our jobs. If you have little young boys, young sons, if you have grandchildren, the time is now for us. Okay, we got to stand in the gap. We got to get in here and do what needs to be done. Mothers, we have to. We have to do what we need to do. That means we have to talk to them. We got to be straight with them. You can't be their friend. Everybody want to be, oh, my friend. They want to be their friend. No, I'm your mother. You're going to respect me, number one. Okay, that's one thing. That's the number one thing I demand is respect. I don't play. So you're going to respect me, number one, as your mother. Okay, and we're going to do this thing. I'm going to stand up for you. I'm going to do everything I have to do. But number one, when you're going to respect mother. You have a lot of young men that don't respect their mothers. Why? I do not know. But I'm just saying, from me to you, we have to demand respect. We cannot be their friends. We're not their buddies. We are their mothers. Okay, so we have to make sure that we're teaching and showing them how to be young men. Now, unfortunately, you know, in the past, and I'm going to say in the past because I feel like right now in the present and moving forward, things are going to change because we're going to continue the conversation to make sure it changes. Okay, we can't sit back and be like, we got to stay in this, guys. We got to stay in this, moms. We got to stay in it. Okay, we have to stand in there for the other mothers. We got to stand in there I got to stand in there for you. You got to stand in there for me. Okay. Again, we have to stand in there, but we have to do our part, and we can't put everything on the system. Okay, because you have a lot of people that do that. You have moms that, oh, well, the system is no. Well, look, you know what? Then we got to change the system. We got to change the system. We just can't sit back and say it's okay. Whenever anything went down with my boys, I'm coming strong. I'm gonna do whatever I can. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do. I'm not, like I said, they had forks in the road, and I'm not gonna say that they all went to the right. They went to the left on some occasions, but I had to tell, look, are you sure this is what you want to do? Because let me tell you one thing I don't do. I don't do care packages. I don't go visit. No, I don't know nothing about all that. I ain't going. So if you want to go that route, you about to lose you're going to leave your mama behind. You're going to I'm going, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know about no all that stuff. I'm not bringing nothing. I can't help you. You got to make the right decision. Is that what you want to do? So, you know, I remember back in the day, we had a thing called Scared Straight. Remember that, guy? Scared Straight. We're going to scare them straight. You know, and that ran for a little bit. But I think as mothers, we are the catalyst. We are it. When all else fails, daddy gone. How many women on this, the fathers just gone on? They just left. I want to do something else. I don't love you no more. I want to go on about my business and leave you behind with these sons. You go, okay? Yeah, Monica said, yeah, Scared Straight. Remember that? That was something. But, you know, a lot of us, things happened and men went on. And we're like, okay, what we going to do? Well, how are we going to do this? And again, we are women. We're not men. But we do the best we can with what we have. But we have to continue to uplift them. We can't tear them down. Help them to understand that they are young men, that they're young, but they're going to become men. They're men and they're going to become greater men. Okay, you can be anything you want. One thing my grandmother told me, you can have anything you want to have. You can, as long as you work hard for it, you can have it. Who said you can't? Who said you couldn't have it? You couldn't do it. If you work hard at it, you can have and do whatever you want. And my kids know that. If they work hard, they can have and do whatever they want. And, you know, they can be whatever they want to be. But they do know about hard work. And you got to work. If you want it, you got to work hard for it. And that's basically it. But and do it in the right way. So again, we have to lead by example. So, you know, when we look at our boys, when we look at them, you know, we can't look at them in a way that's bringing them and tearing them down. We got to keep them uplifted, guys. It's a lot going on. And if you have teenagers, I still got to talk to my boys are, you know, they're men now. They're growing up. You know, like I said, I have a son that's married. I have another son that has 2 boys, and I have sons that don't have any children. And they, you know, but again, I worry because again, when the phone rings, I look at it and I'm like, what's wrong? Everything okay? Yeah, Mom, I'm good. What's up with you? I'm just checking on you. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, because I'm already thinking they calling me something that happened. And I mean, that has happened on numerous occasions. Me concerned about what's going on with them, especially when I know they're going somewhere or they're going to do something or they're going to be somewhere. You know, back in Orlando, their kids want to go to Daytona Beach, the Black Beach weekend. And so you worry about the whole weekend because, oh my goodness, they're going there, really? My son, you know, as an adult, he wanted to go. They were doing Memorial Day weekend down in Miami. You think I can sleep good knowing that he going down to Miami for Memorial Day weekend and I know all that's going on? I'm like, oh my goodness. You know, but they got to get on that highway. See, they got to drive that 95 going south and coming back. They got to get on the road and drive. And the last thing you want is them to get stopped. And then, bam, everything happens, right? All kind of things happen. So again, you worry about that. You worry about, oh yeah, Capri said, right, that's wrong. Yes, you know, my response when my son calls is, you okay? Tree said, you okay? Yes, because that's what happens. You like, what's up? You know, it's like, because it's like, okay. And everybody's talking about George Floyd, when he called for his mama, you can't tell. Every mama on this live right now has had that call, mama, mom. Oh my goodness. And you know the call, because I have a son that was in a situation in Alabama. It was Alabama. And I got that call and I can just tell in his voice. I was like, are you safe? Are you in a good place? I said, okay, I'll be there. I said, send me the address and I will be there. I will be there first thing. I got up 5 o'clock in the morning. I was on the road booking it out of here, going to get him because he was in the city. I said, look, are you safe? Is everything okay? Do you have a place for the, I'm good. I said, okay, I'm on my way. And when I get there, that's it. And didn't look back. Didn't waste the time. Didn't waste any time. I'm on my way. Okay. Because if he said he wasn't in a safe place, if he said he wasn't good, I was going to move right then. But I needed to know if he was okay before I made my move. So guys, chime in. Tell me some of your experiences, some of the things that you know, I appreciate Caprice and Caprice and Patrice. Y'all names is close. You know, sharing with me. Oh, Caprice says she go running when her baby called. That's right. Because having a son is different. And we have to, you know, and it's not even about, you know, oh, you got to call your mom. Look, I'm telling you, it's nothing like your mother. That's all. I always love my mama. She's my favorite girl. Believe me, when anything goes down, the sons are looking for their mothers. And there's some sons out here that their mothers have gone on. We got to get in the gap for them. We have to be here for them. We have to be here for them. But ladies, we have to come together. They talking about a seat at the table. I heard a young girl say, no, you're going to flip the table. We need to flip the table and start all over. We have to get it together, guys. And we have to be supportive, but we need to talk to our babies. We need to make sure they understand what's going on. And then we need to understand what's going on. Because, see, things are shifting now. Everything is shifting right now. After what happened over the last few weeks, everything is shifting. Everybody is more interested in what's going on with us. They want to hear what's going on. How can I help you? Things are going to be made available. So we have to make sure that we are educated, that we're able to sit down and be in the conversations with them, okay, and know what's going on. Because if they say, okay, well, mom, this, that, and that going on, we want to be able to like, okay, well, I'm right here with you. Let's go. What we going to do? Let's make it happen. Let's do what we got to do. So, all right, Monica said my heart was hurt because George Floyd called for his mama and she had already passed on. That was devastating. She wasn't there. She wasn't. I know. And they're saying they think he was calling her because he saw her and she had her arms out in heaven saying, come on, baby, I'm here. And I'm telling you, it was very hurtful. It was devastating to see that. And I mean, everybody saw it. Everybody saw it. So anybody that's sitting back saying, well, you know, they didn't know. Well, now you know. So what you gonna do now? Now you know. The police chief in New York had that press conference yesterday. He was angry and upset, and he's saying that, you know, we're targeting all police officers because of this one dirty cop. Bruh, sir, I can't say bruh, sir, we can show you a lot of videos. We can show you a lot, okay? I'm quite sure they turning over stuff day by day. They talking about the young man in Jacksonville that they say was rolled up in the mat, and they don't know how he got up in there. Now, that's a homicide. Someone killed him and put him in that gym mat in the gym and rolled him up. Tell me how you gonna roll yourself up in a gym mat and some you know, there's some foolishness. So he's trying to say that the police they don't need all the rhetoric and the attention they're getting, and everybody's trying to be. Yes, you do. We need reform. You guys need to start all over. Scratch it right now. Just say, sure, let's start fresh right here. The pandemic came. Everybody was still. See, when this stuff was happening before, we were busy moving. People were doing things. When Corona came, Corona and her brother COVID showed up and stopped everybody in their tracks. And you had nothing else to do but watch the news, watch TV, watch your videos, looking at YouTube and all that stuff. When they showed up, then it made everybody sit back and they were able to see. If this had happened and everything was still going, it had just been another tragic thing and it went on. But everybody was still. See that stillness, and they were able to see what they don't normally see. People that are normally sitting up in their corporate offices and their big corporate offices upstairs, and they're in their corporate meetings, or they're on their trips, their corporate trips, or they're here or there. They were home. They were able to see what was going on. That's why the attention is like it is, because now those who weren't always looking, they were looking this time. Now they want to be our friend. Now they want to help us. What can I do to help you? Well, you know what? You can do something to help us. Come over here and help us get this bill passed. Come on over here and help us get our voice out. We can talk. We can speak for it. We're going to tell you the deal. But see, we couldn't get in the room. We couldn't get the door open. We couldn't get them to listen. But now you're going to come over here. Come on and help us. Help us get what we need in our community. Help us get what we need to help our young boys, our young men, our young women. Okay? Because it's not just our sons. And I'm speaking from a perspective of having boys. But, there's mothers with daughters that are having issues. They're trying to steal our babies. Yes, they are. We got to worry about people trying to steal our babies. They trying to steal them. Every time you turn around, they trying to grab them. This trafficking, this and that. They trying to steal our babies. So we still got stuff going on. Every which way but loose. It's all over the place. But right now, they see. Right now, they see, and they are listening. So we need to make sure that we have our eye gates, our ear gates, and our stuff together so that we, again, can be in that conversation. So Capri said, I have a 22-year-old son that lives with me and a 24-year-old son that's in his own place. Let me tell you, I don't fall asleep until I know my baby boy is in the house. That's right. I know that's right. I'm constantly checking Life 360 app. Girl, let me tell you, I have that app. Look, and my sons are grown. Like I told you, my baby going to be 28 and my oldest is 37. Don't judge me. But people say, Kim, you look young. I had to be on it because I had boys. I had to know what's going on. I didn't know the songs. I need to know everything that was going on. So I had to stay with it. But I have an app on my phone, that locator app. Yes, I do. I hear you, Caprice. I have that locator app on my phone. My kids are grown. I want to know, wait, look, because the first thing, when you didn't know what your son was doing, even as a grown man, if something goes, they're going to ask you all those questions. They're going to ask you. You see it on TV. They ask people. You need to have that, guys. So all I'm saying is to my moms out there, to the mothers with sons, to moms, make sure that you're, of course, we've all had the conversation, but now let's have a different conversation and talking about how I help you? How can we navigate through this together? I want to be at the table. I want to hear some of the things that's going on, because a lot of times we can tone things out. You know, as a parent, you can tone them out. You be like, you don't hear nobody. You're so busy doing your thing. But we need to get involved, moms. We need to have a voice. We need to come together. We need to just form a group of mothers, Black mothers, mothers with sons, mothers. We got it, so we can say, look, y'all don't know. You don't know, because it's a difference. Believe you me, it's a difference between a Black mother and a white mother, period, when it comes to their children. When it comes to their sons, it's a different conversation. It's a different thing. And they don't understand. I don't understand why. But now I think they're starting to see. Because they didn't understand why, we felt the way we did. They didn't understand why, but now they see. We've always been uncomfortable. It has always been an uncomfortable situation. Hello, Pastor Gray. How you doing, Erica? It's always been an uncomfortable situation. It's never been comfortable for us as mothers. And that, like I said, if you're a young mother and you have a young son and you're bringing them up, make sure you're honest with them. Make sure you have the conversation with them. But look, we don't want to, we're taught to love everybody, right? Oh, you got to love them. You got to accept them. They need to love and accept us as well. Okay. They need to treat us with respect the same way. As the Bible says, the last will be first. It's shifting. The last will be first. And I'm going to read this right here. This is Psalm 37. And we talks about, not fretting. And this part here says, do not fret. It only causes harm. Evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait on the Lord will inherit the earth. For yet a little while, the wicked shall be no more. The wicked's on their way out. And we know who the wicked is. We know who the wicked ones are. So don't fret. Okay, don't fret. Okay, we've been patient. Okay, but patience is good. Don't fret. Okay, because it's all going to shift and it's all going to change. I listened to the gentleman on Oprah Winfrey's show the last 2 nights that she had, and they were talking about all the events that have taken place. Respect, that's right. And he talked about police are here. But see, the big man is up here. We know who the big man is. They just working for the big man. And he said, think about slavery. Think about the slave catchers. The people had to watch over that's that mindset of the police. Oh, we got to get them. We got to rough them up. See, they here. They the slave catchers, because police, they make a lower wage. They're they're not getting paid what they should. They putting their life on the line. You hear all of that. So, but does that give you the right to go out here and kill our sons, to just snatch them up and do things that you shouldn't do, to treat them a certain way because nobody's looking? Well, baby, the light is on. We went out here and they got body cameras. You're turning them off. You're turning them on. You letting it, when it's supposed to go on automatic, it's something wrong. See, all that trickery is on its way out because the light is on. Okay? We see you. Everybody sees you. So everything is about to shift. We got a presidential election coming up in November, and I encourage any and everybody I see, go and vote. I have somebody I know, 2 people that I know, 2 men, and they're not young men. They are men that are able to vote. And I said, just the other day, I said, you going to vote on Tuesday, for the election? I ain't got time for that. They ain't going. I said, you don't have time for that, but you got time to go out here and do all these other things, and you don't have time to exercise your right. But yet still you want to get mad at what's going on. You need to go and vote. They feel like nothing's going to happen. Oh, it's not going to. It's who they want. It ain't going to work. Yes, it is. Okay, Miss Thomas says she's reading the book Crushing by T.D. Jakes. It's a great book. What we're going through is a part of God's plan. Amen. I agree with you. I agree. I believe it is God's plan. It's God's plan. Like I said, the most powerful weapon on earth is a human soul on fire, and we are on fire. And every vision, your vision must always be motivated by a cause. There's a cause right now. So we're all motivated. Okay? We are all motivated. You're saying they are part of the problem. We're talking about the police, Patrice. I believe that. I believe that. So again, guys, it's just, this is going to be an ongoing thing. This is not something that's going to come and it's going to stop and it's going to be over. No, it's not. This is something that is going on right now, and we have to continue this. We can't just let this happen and just and it's over. We have to keep it in the forefront. And we have to support one another. And I after seeing everything and hearing the things I was hearing and knowing how I felt as a mother, and knowing how I felt every time my sons wanted to go somewhere or wanted to do something or needed to go and do something, I knew how I felt. I was never easy. I was never comfortable. Okay. George Floyd said, I can't breathe. I could never breathe when my sons went out. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. He said, I can't breathe. Babe, I hear you. I hear you. And that was horrible. What that man did, he had his sunglasses on top of his head and his hand in his pocket and his knee on that man's neck like it was nothing. Like it was just another day. Oh, well, just another, he was so casually nonchalant with it. That's a human life over a $20 bill. I've had a counterfeit $10 bill. My mother has had a counterfeit bill. She went to go pay for gas, and they said it wasn't. And she said, what? I got this from the bank. They didn't lock her up. I said, Mom, did they call the cops on you? She said, no. I thought about when I had a counterfeit dollar. You get money transfers here that you don't know. And when it's those smaller number bills, it moves quicker. And I don't remember nobody calling the cop on me. I'm like, who gave me this fake money? I was mad because I had to now go through my money to make sure I had what was good, because they can't accept it. They have to confiscate it or destroy it or whatever. But, it wasn't necessary. It was not necessary. But you know what? After I think about it, Miss Thomas, after what I see you wrote here, it's a part of God's plan. It was necessary. I hate that this man had to lose his life, but his losing his life, it won't be in vain, because everything is about to change because of what happened with George Floyd, what happened with Ahmaud Arbery. Those guys saying that they're making a citizen's arrest. You ain't even a cop no more. You out here running around with guns and shooting down people because you think it's okay, you could do it. Well, guess what, guys? It's not going to happen anymore. Okay, because there's cameras everywhere. I'm happy that they're putting cameras everywhere. I encourage everybody to go buy a ring today. Get you a ring and put it on your door, your front and your back door, so you can catch them. If you can't afford to get a whole security system, get that ring. It's not that expensive. Get you a ring and put it on your door so you can catch everything that's going on. So we can see, we can catch them in action. I hope there's cameras on every corner, every street corner, everywhere. I don't care. You know what? Because if that's what we need to save the lives of our sons, put them out there. Because if it wasn't for that 17-year-old girl with that cell phone videotaping that, we wouldn't be having this conversation. None of the stuff would have gone on. He just would have been, a man got killed by a cop. A man died. He whatever, resisted arrest, and he lost his life. That's what would have went. But that girl had that video camera. That girl had put her video camera on, and they were just standing there. They didn't care. They didn't think anything was going to happen to them, because the one guy that was standing in front trying to block them from coming, he was standing there just chilling. Long as y'all don't step off that curb. He felt like he had the utmost authority, blocking his buddy from killing as he was killing somebody. But honey, we see you now. The light is on. You understand? The light is on. So I'm angry. I'm upset. But I gotta take that anger and put it in the right place. We have to take this anger and we got to put it in the right place so that we can move legislation, so that we can move things and do what we need to do. The dude in the White House. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. In the White House. Child. Hey Mary. Oh my God. Erica. He gotta go, and we gotta get out there and vote. I'm telling you, we have to get our cars. We gotta get people out to vote. I'm telling you, if I wake up on the day after election day in November, and they tell me this man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. He got to go because he doesn't even know how to speak to us in this situation. Okay, we're angry, we're hurting, we're mad, and we got somebody out here making decisions for his man. Can't make no decisions for my life, for my children's life. He can't make no decision for me. I done worked hard. We all done worked hard. We got out here and did, and it's not easy. Oh, I don't want to get all teary eyed. You can't make no decision for me. Do you know what I had to do to keep my kids out of jail? To keep them on the right path? This is not what you can't tell me how to do this, Donald Trump or nobody else. So it's hard. Lord have mercy, Jesus. You can't tell me. It's not easy. And I didn't have one, I had 4. And then I worked my butt off to make sure they didn't get caught up in this foolishness and this system. Thank God that they're not caught up. But look at the ones that didn't have the support. They didn't have a family. They didn't have what we had. So we got to come together and we got to help our babies. And we got to help those that have the babies coming. I got grandbabies coming up. I got grandsons coming up. And I said, I got to do something for them. And then, okay, so this is not easy. It ain't easy. And for somebody to be sitting somewhere trying to dictate how we gonna do, baby, you don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. This is hard. It's not easy being a single mother and raising no boys, no sons. Every one of us want our kids to be successful and productive citizens of the United States and all this stuff. That's what we said, right? We want them to be all that they can be. America is only great because of us, because of our ancestors, because of our backs. That's why it's great. Make it great. It's already, look, yeah, we're going to make it great again for us. Not you. Not you. So you know what? I get emotional. I get angry because I know how hard it is as a single mother trying to get our boys. So look, I don't want to see another one go down. I don't want to see another one killed. I don't want to see anything happen to another child for foolishness because somebody want to take the authority in their own hands. Don't do it. So I'm glad the light is on. I'm glad they can see. I'm glad that somebody had a camera. And I look every time, even when I see people stopped on the road, I'm looking. Because, that's somebody's child. Just to see. And I'm not going to say everybody that stopped is doing the right thing or whatever. But look, give us a chance. Give us an opportunity to defend ourselves and do what we need to do. Yes, you have to be scared every time he leaves the house. And you have to. We don't have what else can we do? And although this is everything is out right now, we're still not at ease. Don't think we sitting back saying, oh, they see now so we can know. I have to still be on edge even more because there's still some other hateful ones out there that want to hurt them, that's mad because somebody didn't caught them in their act. So they still out there. But we got to weed them out because again, the last is about to be first. It's coming out. Okay? It's coming out. And I, as mad as I am about this coronavirus and this COVID, I'm kind of glad it happened because it gave a lot of people an opportunity to see what we've been seeing for years because they were sitting at home. They had nowhere to go, nothing to do but watch and see. And now they see. So now you see. You see what we've been going through. You see what's been going on. So yes, it hurts. Yes, I get angry. But like I said, we got to channel this anger in a different way so we can make a change and a difference in our communities. We have to. Voting is number one. Getting to these local elected officials is number two. We got to get out here and do what we need to do, guys. And we need to put some stuff together, some programs, get the community. I just did a program with high school girls. Why? Because they needed help. I was a young girl. I know how it was for me in high school as a youngster. And so I was like, oh, you know what? My focus, I want to not only just help women, but I want to help the next generation. Where are girls at? What's up? Because they're going to, they're going to be mothers at one time. So we have to support each other and do what we need to do. We got to, that's right, Terrence, we got to build our business and support Black. That's right. We got to build up our wealth. I just saw, I think Erica, somebody put it up. He's getting ready to have a rally on Juneteenth in the same Tulsa, in the same place where they burned down Black Wall Street. This man is sending a message. He got to go. He got to go. He's got to go. And if we have to come together, it's too many of us. Hey, Darren, how are you? It's too many of us, guys. We got to do this. We got to get him out. Or we're going to see more of our sons dead on the street. We're going to see more of them locked up for no reason, incarcerated for nothing, for little stuff. Because these little country towns can do it because they running things. Well, honey, let me tell you, Brunswick, we got to show, use you as an example to show all these other towns. It's over. It ain't happening no more. We done. We done with it. So Black mothers, our sons, I love my boys, and I know you love yours. And the mothers whose sons are sitting somewhere where they ain't supposed to be, we got you. We here for you. We got your back. And we're going to have to support each other. So let's get out here and do what we need to do, guys. We got to get it together. It's no more game playing now. It's time to get serious. If you don't know, try to find out. Get on to get some more information. Do some research. Get with somebody. Talk to somebody. Well, what's going on? You don't understand. My mother was like, well, what are they talking about? They want to defund the police. I said, no, Mom, they're not trying to get rid of the police. They're trying to get them funds, the extra money that they get to go into the areas it needs to go in. Yes, we need police. You need police to do certain things. They're talking about taking that extra money that they get. That extra money. They get extra funding. You ever got a phone call from the police league and the police fund and all that stuff? That's over. That money going somewhere else now. So again, our mothers, support your sons. Talk to them. Your grandbabies that's coming up. We got to do it for them. I know it's not easy. It wasn't easy for me. And I just want you to know that I'm here. I love you. I support you. Let's support each other. Men that are already there, reach back and help them young men. Help those guys out. They didn't have a fair shake. They didn't have a fair anything, because again, as they went out, we don't know, different things that happened to them. It wasn't always fair. It wasn't always easy for them. So help these young brothers. Help them out. Reach back. Do the brothers, whatever you can do. We can't save everybody if we really try. If we all come together, we can save ourselves. The word is in us. Revelations reveals itself. That's right. 45 is only in there for a season. That's right. It's only a season. So again, I got emotional because it's hard for me to sit up and know that there's somebody trying to dictate, how things go and how we don't, it's not that bad. Oh, we don't see no racism. Come on. I'm a Black girl. I'm a brown girl. I know how it went down. I wasn't light. I was dark. So it was, our eyes was already against me, period. But I didn't let that keep me down. I kept pressing on. I can do it. I can do this. I am somebody. I'm beautiful. Yes, my Black is beautiful. Okay. I was shot down on a lot of things that I wanted to do, but I kept pressing forward. I didn't let that bother me. And I thank God for my mother and my grandmother who stood behind me and said, you go, you can do it. Keep going. Don't stop. Okay. Don't stop. So we have to encourage our young men. Don't stop. You can do it. It's not over. You might have made a mistake. You have time. If you still on this earth, you can make it up. You can fix it. Mental health, let's get you some help. Let's get you what you need. Let's help these people. And the mental health is because they have just mentally brought us down so much that they don't think that they can be anything other than what they're telling them. You can be better than, you are better than that. Todd says, remember, it's been 400 years already. Already changes to do. Yeah, we got to change it. Look, it's time. And it's now. And we got to do it, guys. And we're going to do it. We are mothers. We have sons. I know we all want the best for our children. We want the best for our family. We want the best. Okay? We want them to live a fulfilled, wonderful life. But we got to do it together. We're stronger together. We are stronger together, guys. And we know we got a few bad apples out there. We know we got some that, this and that, but it's okay. It's okay. Because they just need some help. They just need some rehabilitation. They just need to be told that they are somebody, that you are better than that. I went to a store yesterday and I said, young man, and this is a Latino man, brother. And I said, wow, you look like you're in charge. He said, no, I'm nobody. I'm nothing. I said, excuse me? You're nobody. You're nothing. I said, you walk like you're somebody. He said, oh, I'm just a designer. I said, well, then you are the main, you are the main event. I said, because if you're designing this showroom, then you're designing it for me to come and buy. You are the most important. If not, you are important. I think I told him you are the most important thing, because if it wasn't set up like this, I wouldn't come in here to want to buy anything. So you are somebody. You are, I ain't nobody. I'm nothing. Oh, yes, you are. You are somebody. Who told you wasn't nothing? We got to stop telling these boys that they ain't nothing, that they are nobody. They are somebody. You are something. And if you're doing wrong, do right, because you can be somebody and do something. Like I said at the beginning of this live, my kids, there comes a time where there's a fork in the road. And you can go left or you can go right. And I'm not going to say every one of my sons all went left. They just, all went right. And there was some times that they went left a little and they realized, this ain't what I want. I said, okay, you better wake up. This is your warning. My son had a challenge in a little country town, Claxton, Georgia, somewhere. He was going down there to go to school and was hanging out with his buddies at school. And the campus police grabbed him up. He called me in the middle of the night. Mom, they like who? What? My child? I was on the, honey, I gassed it up and I smoked it on down there. And we had to wait for a court date. Okay. All right. I'm going to be right here. Everything was done. You know why? Because I jumped my butt up and I got out there and I said, you know your children. I ain't going to say he was perfect. I ain't going to say he didn't do anything wrong. But let me tell you one thing. I sat in that courtroom and watched so many young black boys. Oh, probation. I mean, just ruining their lives. They didn't have no support or they didn't know no better. And they just was just going. And when they called my son's name and I said, Judge, I don't know what's going on. I said, I'm here with my son and I need a clear understanding on why we are. That's what I need. He said, well, we're going to have a break and you're going to go talk to the district attorney guy and then we'll come back after the break. And I went there and I said, sir, I want to know what's going on and why we are here with my son. And that man asked my son to tell him what happened. After my son finished speaking, he said, I have never had nobody tell me exactly what was right. That everything my son said, he didn't lie. He didn't try to turn it around. He said exactly what was right. And that man said, we're going to let you go. We're going to let all this go. You're going to wipe this out because he told the truth. He was looking for a liar. But he stood there and told him everything that was written on that report by that a campus police officer. He told him he had no business stopping him. He had no business grabbing him up, telling me he was in the wrong dorm room and this, that, and the other thing. They were trying to say he had weed or something like that. But they just grabbing our kids and just taking them and thinking they could do anything. All of it was washed away. That judge said, oh, lucky you got a pass today. I suggest that you don't do anything else wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong the first time. You assume. See, had I not got in my car and went down there, okay, mothers, we got to get in there. We got to get in there. And we got to go and we got to be bold and we got to know. And I sat down, I said, what did you do, son? What happened? Because I can't help you if you lie. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's going on. And he told me what's going on. And when I sat there and I saw what they were doing in that courtroom and we got to our turn and they said, okay, he shouldn't even be here. And we left. We went to that school I said, he out of here, baby. He will not, y'all will not, this will not happen again. I pulled him out. I said, we out of here. Pack it up, refrigerator and all. We out of here. And I got my son up out of that mess because they were doing nothing in that town down there but ramming and running our kids in the ground and hurting our children and putting them in the system. Every last one of them kids' names was going in the system. They hadn't even started their lives. They were in school. He was just in his second semester or whatever. I said, this is murder. You're killing him. That's what that was. You were already setting him on the way to a path of destruction. Because you know when you do a job, have you ever been arrested? What you was arrested for? All that foolishness. They doing background checks. All this dumb stuff, everything. So I'm like, you know the deal. So I had to talk to him. I had to straighten him out. You know better. You know the deal. And I'm telling you, at that point, when that happened that day, after he sat there with me and saw what happened to so many other young black men, I feel like he was scared straight. It turned around. We got up out of there. I said, oh, you'll be online schooling. You'll do whatever, but you won't come back in this town because this town, all they doing is 25 miles an hour, 35. They know exactly when and where and what to do. And they knew that there was a lot of African-American kids coming to that school. And I'm not going to put the school on. I'm not even going to get into all that. All I was trying to give you was an experience that I had with my black son. So I'm not going to sit up and say that they all did everything right. There were some mistakes along the way. But those mistakes woke him up to say, okay, I want to go this way. Because you go this way, Jordans is out the question. You go this way, you won't be wearing those jeans and all that stuff you like. You go this way, you won't be able to have and do you won't drive what you want to drive. You're going to do whatever they tell you to do. You're going to get 3 meals in a cot if you go that way. So you figure it out. And like I said, I don't visit. I don't do all that. So, I was hard on them. I was hard on my boys. But I thank God for the family and support I had. And again, just like Carissa, you said it, children need support. They do. And we have to pray off our children every day. My kids see me pray. My kids have seen me pray. They know they got a praying mother. They know they have a praying mother. So they know prayer. They know God. And, and that faith has helped me along the way. So I want to just thank you guys. I didn't want to get on here and get on my soapbox. All right, Miss Thomas saying something. I think it's Miss Shalina. I want to say your first name right. Your pastor is great. Oh, yes, Pastor Spence. The series, the show, young men. Let me see. On there that build up, young men and both. Yes. Oh, somebody said some oil. Oh, I don't have my oil up here. Yes, girl, Erica, I have some holy oil. Yes, I have some. And I would pray over it, put it on the bed. On they don't even know I'm praying over them sneakers. They gonna go. I used to do all that stuff. Cover my babies, cover them. And we have to do that. I think right now people are getting more and more closer to God than they've ever been. So, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So I just want to thank you guys for just chiming in with me. Thank you for allowing me to cry and get angry with you, because this is real. This is real life. This is real talk. This ain't nothing to play with. We're talking about lives, human lives. People, lives of our young men and ladies in your community or wherever you are or whatever it is that you're doing. If you have a sister friend, a neighbor friend or whatever, just say, hey, you know what, you good. I'm here if you need to talk. Maybe they just want to talk. Maybe they're going through. Maybe their sons is acting out, because they will act out because they're trying to fit in. But they got to know it's not about fitting in. I always tell my kids, instead of trying to follow the trends, be the trend setter. Why don't you set the trend? You up here trying to be like this person, that person. Why don't you be that person? Why don't you be the person up here? I had to go through the braids and the twists and stuff, and that's all cool for some people. But I had an issue with it, and I said, okay. And my son can tell you himself. He cut his hair, and he got a job he's been on now for the last 6 years after he cut his hair, because they were judging him every way he went to do an application. He was being judged because he had braids and all this stuff, and they shouldn't have never done that. But he said, well, Ma, ever since I cut my hair, I've been over here. And he's never missed any work during Corona because he's an essential worker. He worked all through it and still working right now today. I have a son in the military, serving this country with all this foolishness. Okay. You know, I have another son that's an essential worker. He works in a company that if they shut down, we be mad. So I thank God that they have been able to do the things that they needed to do. And my youngest son is working on his career and what he wants to do. He was he was trying to figure it out, but I think he got it now. And nobody's here. I mean, they're going on doing their things. They're going on to live their lives and to grow. And I wanted them to do that. So it's how you have those sons that don't want to leave the house. My sons couldn't wait to leave the house because they said, "Mama, you crazy." No, I'm not crazy. I'm just going to be in that butt. And you can't have no company at my house. Not that kind of company. So you want to do those things. You want to have that kind of company. You got to get your own place. So, I had to have that talk too. But if I had to do it again, I wouldn't do it any other way. And it's not over. As they say, the marathon continues, guys. And we're gonna do this thing, and we're gonna get through it. Let's keep having the conversation. Let's keep doing this. Mothers, I'm here with you. I'm here with you. And I hope you guys are with me. I love you guys. I'll talk to you real soon. Y'all have a great evening. It's Thursday. I don't know what's on TV. I don't know, but it's Thursday night. Get ready for a great weekend. All right. Stay safe and just keep doing what you're doing. Love on your sons. Give them a hug. And when they call, I gotta say, "Hello, son." I'm gonna stop saying, "What's wrong? Everything okay?" And if things happen, just pray and trust and believe. Your prayer warriors are out here. So I'm going to pray tonight for all the mothers. That's right, Patrice. That's right. We got to stand strong. Let's stand strong. Let's not sit back and listen to the conversation. Let's be the conversation, because that's what we need to be. Y'all have a great one. Good night.